Hello, welcome to Step 5, Study 5. I'm curious if you've noticed this humongous book that I keep holding up in front of the screen. It really is large. It's this big, and it's the Life Recovery Bible, but this is the large print edition. You don't have to get something that takes up half your house, but I do encourage you to get it. All of these lessons are in there, and there are plenty of devotionals throughout the Bible that refer to recovery and becoming more of whom God wants us to be. So, some of us have become so focused on our personal failures in recovery that we can't even think about continuing. I mean, we don't think about either what we have suffered at the hands of other people. Now, others of us have focused so much on what others have done to us to harm us that we use it as an excuse for our addictive behavior. I have to admit, I'm that second person. But I've moved on, and I have and having been through this process before, I have totally forgiven everyone in my past. So this relapse of mine with food has other issues that I have to uncover. But for you, if you are forgiving other people, you're going to discover a progress in your recovery. It's part of turning your will over to God. And also receiving forgiveness from others is something that can really take a load off. um, it doesn't excuse us from our actions, and it doesn't make our actions right. And the same goes for the person that you forgive. It doesn't mean that what they did was okay. When we forgive other people, we're basically admitting that there was harm done, and then we turn it over to God. Since unforgiveness can be a trigger for compulsive behavior, we have to follow this step plan of forgiving other people. It's so important. Okay, I'm going to read to you from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, just verses 23 and 24. So if you are presenting a sacrifice at the altar in the temple, and you suddenly remember that someone has something against you, leave your sacrifice there at the altar. Go and be reconciled to that person. Then come and offer your sacrifice to God. That's how important it is.